It's the greatest game in American sport. This game is so special. You cannot hitch the wagon. Don't you ask for more wild stuff.
Right in the middle of the Texas State Fair, there's a game. A game that's been on the calendar longer than we've been alive.
This century-old college football rivalry.
100 years of pride and tradition. The river runs between us. The fight runs through us.
This is vintage OU Texas. This is what it's about.
It can make your Saturday or ruin your whole damn year.
What happens on this field of this rivalry is remembered forever.
That's the Red River Rivalry.
Appreciate Glenn Powell. You can see his Hulu series. Chad Powers. Holly Rowe on the field with Brett Venables.
Well, Coach, given that your quarterback, John Mateer, has been cleared, what's your plan at quarterback today?
Yeah, he'll start.
What, if any, limitations will you have on the play sheet with his thumb surgery?
Yeah, no limitations. The game will, obviously we take that, but no limitations.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it. And, guys.
And the left foot of Stone gets us underway. This will be driven deep into the end zone. All eyes on number 10, John Mateer. Great year at Wazoo after backing up Cam Ward in the 4 games that he did play, Kurt, running and throwing and leading the whole package. He was the Heisman front runner, odds makers say, but he got hurt.
And I'm not trying to say he's Baker Mayfield to try to make him have to live up to that, but the way he plays the position with that reckless competitive spirit reminds you of that. And I just can't wait to see how the thumb will hold up and how it impacts Ben Arbuckle, the offensive coordinator, who he was with last year at Washington State, in the approach as an offense. Sounds like they're going to run it the way they would anyway.
Torrey Blaylock, the freshman tailback, is to the right of Mateer. Begin to throw in the first play. Zips it across the middle. Incomplete.
And here he is, first play. Keep a close eye on it, tight. I mean, if you didn't know he had a surgery, it wouldn't even occur to you. So they come right out letting everybody know they're going to call their offense.
2nd and 10, Blaylock right into a burnt orange wall. And Texas defensive front cut apart by the Gators, but Hiro Kanu, Ohio State transfer, made the play.
And they're going to go fast here, try to get Texas out of position.
Texas had a couple extra guys on the field, and the pass was thrown, and it's caught by Isaiah Satania, who's out near midfield.
We get up to our first 3rd down, guys, line up and get ready to go. Completely caught Texas off guard. And then they're able to go out and execute because Texas secondary, they didn't really know where to line up and who to take. You can see guys trying to get off. They got 13 guys on the field, and you got the 3 receivers right here at the bottom. Texas not able to account for that trips look.
The 23 yards on the chunk to Satania, who's Mateer, design run, keeps it. Can he get the edge? He does. He takes a shot out there from.
He's been spinning it all week and been cleared to go. But it's the unpredictable aspect of playing the position and this running and the creativity.
Michael Taft, a big hitter, as well as the cerebral leader of that Texas secondary. He's the guy that changes the defenses on the fly. Here's Mateer changing things up. Following the play clock. Rolls the pocket and zips it across the middle. Wide open is Deion Burks.
Left, and that's usually where you would see the man-to-man coverage, but nobody picks Burks up. Good job by Mateer feeling the pressure from the blind side and making a great throw.
At 18 more, playing again with tempo, throws to Blaylock, who lowers that. Here he was at Washington State, calling the plays a year ago. 2nd and 6. Direct snap. They actually faked the handoff to Mateer, so a little wrinkle. Didn't really slow down Texas for the snap. Xavier Robinson is the back on this 3rd and 5 play. Mateer feels the pressure off his back foot, delivers low and incomplete. So Kwiatkowski brought the heat that time on 3rd down.
When you bring a linebacker here, the tackle gets involved and then they're free off the edge. So you got 3 guys, only 2 to pick them up. Offensive line,
Tate Sandell has made his last 9, and the lefty from 42 knocks it right through. Ryan Niblett is a speedy versatile receiver returner for Texas, but he won't have a chance as this goes way beyond. Well, Arch Manning's done some good things. Kirk, he's hit 15 downfield shots. He leads Texas in rushing yards, but there are those 5 picks. The completion percentage actually against Power 4 is one of the lowest among all Power 4 quarterbacks.
You can see 5 interceptions, 2 a couple of weeks or last week against Florida. Guy needs help. You know, he's got 4 new offensive linemen up front. Backs have been injured. They feel that they're healthier this week than they've been all year, but the guys around him got to play well, especially this offensive line against the Sooners' speed that they have up front.
Trey Wisner missed 2 games early healthy. They fake it to him, and Manning with a screen. Get the ball underneath and run them down the field.
Thomas on the other side. Avi is great. And Kip Lewis, the leader at that second level, number 10.
Oklahoma jumping off. They're pointing at the Texas offensive line.
And I think the rookie, the left guard, may have jumped. Brooks.
False start on the offense, number 71.
But had to be inserted when they sat Connor Stroh last week in Gainesville. And, you know, there's a lot of, I'm sure, energy. There's a lot of the games moving fast for the true freshman. He's 6'7", 350 pounds. A tough ask out here in this game for a freshman.
No doubt. This rebuild group's had all kinds of problems. Run blocking, pass pro, and plenty of those pre-snap penalties. Oklahoma jumped offside. Manning has a free play, and he's going to be knocked down.
Defensively.
Offside on the defense. He was in the neutral at the snap. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
What's great about this, there he is, 10 jumping. The coordinators are the head coaches. You got Sark, motion, pre-snap movement, a lot of different formations. Try to keep Oklahoma's defense from getting really aggressive and knowing what's coming.
Trying to get the edge. Wisner, and a flag down again. Brooks.
Holding on the offense, number 74. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still first down.
Yeah, but I think the hold's right here. See him grab on. 74. He missed our Mason Thomas, so.
I know you use the expression, I don't think you ever ease into Red River, right? There's intensity from the very first snap. We've seen crazy stuff in the first few minutes over the years.
This is so quick. Watch the penetration by 56. Halton does a good job of just blowing up the play. Look, he's right there on that left guard. That's why we from him.
Oklahoma statistically at the top in a lot of categories. They played really 2 real games. Wisner out of the backfield.
Screens here early, but the respect they have for the pass rush from Oklahoma.
3rd and 23 for an offense that has struggled mightily in 3rd down situations. They do flip it to Wisner on the screen, but he's going to be swarmed.
It's when you can just rush 4 and affect a screen. You can see how quick Arch felt the pressure, wanted to get out of there, but the good thing for Oklahoma playing zone, almost a good chance there of picking up a first down.
41st punt Oklahoma has forced. They've allowed 36 points. Think about that. More punts than points. Isaiah Satania has a little crease, and he's going to give Oklahoma a pretty good field position. Second possession for Mateer. Play fake. Incomplete. In and out of the hands off the carom. Robinson is the back. And set out to the left is Keontez Lewis, which is great news. And in the flat, class is corralled by there a week later. Incredible. 3rd and 10. Mateer, long throw, and found a man open, and the catch is made for a first down. Slight loss as Anthony Hill patrols sideline to sideline, chased him down.
Look at that throw. Gets it over 29, Littleton, and top of the safety down to the receiver for a first down.
Mateer took a look. Looks like a design run. He's chased to the edge, and he's not going to slide.
A lot of blitzes so far from Texas. Showing another one here from Hill.
And not bringing it. Mateer steps up, delivers downfield, and it's overthrown. That was Lewis running a go route. Another 3rd and long. We need 11 here. Mateer took a hit. Not hearing the whistle apparently was Kanu.
Prior to the snap, false start. Number 4 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Receiver Burks, so back him up. After warm-ups, and that's continued into the game. 3rd and 16. Pressure with 4. Ball out quickly. Catch made by Kanek, and he's knocked down way short of the marker. So at this point, so Grayson Miller trying to pin Texas deep. Niblett standing at the 6-yard line. Very high and short kick. It's going to bounce, and not what he was looking for. A 13-yard completion on the first play. Then those 2 penalties as it went backwards. Weisner. It's been tough to run on this Sooner defensive front. Campbell. Manning on the move here and flips it over the head. Once again, trying
underneath to be able to throw the football to. So all he could do is just throw that one away. Yeah, I got a great stat for you. You're giving good stats. This their throw are negative yards for the whole drive.
Well, it's 3rd and 12 here. Screen to the edge. Ryan Wingo with a flag down right.
Illegal formation. 5 players or more in the backfield on the offense. That penalty's declined. 4th down.
As this year.
Bowmeister. Pretty good punt. And it drives Satania way back to the 24 where he makes a fair catch. So Jaden Ott, transferred from Cal, had a great couple of years with the Golden Bears. Slow start to his Oklahoma career. He's in the game. They hand it off on an end around to Burks. And Burks, Sunday ready as number 0 in burnt orange. And a slow developing handoff in the middle produces very little.
Offensive line in the run game. Take some of the heat off on the tier.
See if Texas can bring the heat here on 3rd and 7. Not showing pressure. And don't bring it. From the pocket, crosser, catch made, and good enough for a...
Yeah, and he does a good job of trying to feel that linebacker, gets underneath of him. Good job of throwing that football and giving him a chance to protect himself.
Screen is dropped by Ott on the perimeter. Texas this time does bring pressure. Off his back foot, slings it downfield, and it's intercepted. Through a pick to Manny Muhammad, the best cover guy in this Texas secondary.
Really look and see the entire field.
On the offense, number 12. Penalty is declined. Result of the play is an interception for Texas. 1st down.
But he was covered up by the receiver, Deion Burks, Kanek. But if you look, the pressure comes from over here. But if you look down this left hash, he had a chance there to be able to find an open man. But he instead looks, he just kind of heaves it. You can see him jump into that throw. And Texas is able, look at that opening right there. That's his main man there, right, Satania. But instead he jumps, throws it up into traffic. Good job of adjusting back. And there's Malik Muhammad, who missed that game last week with
3rd possession. The first 2 have gone nowhere. It was a 1st down run to Weisner, and against Oklahoma, the way they
stay on schedule.
The 2nd down run, Weisner picks his way, spins free. It's a 1st down to the 45.
And they're trying to keep each other off guard, trying to hide some things.
Manning looking to throw in 1st down, has plenty of time, nobody open, and now spins it down the middle, and a sliding catch made by DeAndre Moore. The slot receiver.
Boy, does he do a good job of just kind of watch him work through the defense here. Just try to look around, find an opening, find a guy, find an opening. It's like playing basketball and just trying to find a space.
Weisner, it's amazing, Kirk, what happens when you can get the running game going. A flag.
Yeah, that was a hole this time.
Holding, number 3 on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. 2nd down.
You set back. There he is right there, grabbing a hold.
Major penalty in the 3rd overall. Manning, as time now runs out, that's a backwards pass, it looks like. Catch made by Weisner.
That was a lateral. Looks like Gooseby limping there, the big left tackle. And, you know, the tackle and a true freshman backup left guard against this defense.
2nd and 25, it's a screen again, and that's going to go nowhere. Yard loss there.
Watch Taylor Wine on that edge, doing a good job. Again, almost like I said, anticipating play by 44 on the edge.
How do you like 3rd and 30? Art steps up. He's got a mile to go. He's going to be knocked down from behind. He had driven the ball to the Oklahoma 22 at the start of the series. And this kick will be off the upright and no good.
Clean operation, nice kick.
Tried to draw it in and caught the inside of the upright. But again, problem. Robinson off the left side, ducks down for Texas, about 4 or 5 inches to the left. We're tied, but the doink keeps Oklahoma in front, and Mateer a design run on first down.
A lot of that has to do with Texas and their defense.
Robinson in motion is a pass protector. Mateer gets it off. Catch made.
Dropped. They showed pressure. They brought it, but they dropped the defensive lineman, Canoe. It's a tough thing for Canoe at 300 pounds to be like a linebacker. Heck of a throw by John Mateer to get that to the tight end. What a catch by Kent.
Sub allows Texas to get fresh bodies on as the Sooners operate in Texas territory. And their freshman Blaylock. Shimmy shake.
Level on the left there.
Blaylock has been the featured runner in this offense so far this season. They fake it to him. Off the play fake, Mateer has lots of time. Nobody to throw to.
If that ball's handed off, he had a lot of room to run there. He just goes down. It's needed today.
And 2nd and 10 is a backwards pass to Jimmy Gibson, trying to throw, and does eventually get the ball out to Deion Burks.
And it is so cool, guys.
Thanks, Holly. Very few folks dressed in neutral colors today, but page one of them, Mateer.
Really good job. I thought he had the edge easy with the way he can run, but Smith came from that middle linebacker.
Oklahoma is an offensive lineman who comes in motion as a blocker, and they hand it off to Robinson, and he plows forward. Keep an eye on that as this game wears on in hot conditions. Mateer trying to run. Now look at it throw. Now look at it survive. And just ducks down. A sack by. And across the middle, crossing route, catch made again. Mateer bobbles the snap, has to collect it, and kind of blows the play up. Did well.
Ball to his left. I thought he had it. Now he's in panic mode. Texas did rush 5. They rushed 5 to create one-on-one opportunities with the stunt. Good job of him just holding on to that thing and keep.
Earlier from 42, this from 41. And it is right through. Sandell sends it into the end zone, and Ryan Niblett's going to have a go. And going to be knocked down just across the 20.
Be all over him at this point on that sideline. So despite all that Holly's reporting, he looks like he's still good to go.
Texas offense hasn't been very good so far. Ringo makes the catch on the edge.
Positive yards.
Eckert 7 for 8, but only for 38 yards. Look out, breaking free. Wisner rumbling into Oklahoma territory. They'll chase him down.
Well, Mason Thomas on the backside, he actually makes a pretty good play here to get down right there, but he's just unable to finish on the play. And give Wisner, who's been down with a hammy for a few games, a lot of credit for that leg drive there.
And that time Wisner dropped right at the line of scrimmage after that 30 game means a whole lot to him, as it does to so many on both rosters. Christian Clark spells him and picks up very little. Get within field goal range without getting a first down. But they need 10. Cannot take a sack if you're Manning. Scanning, trying to make a play through the air, and does deliver to DeAndre Moore.
Watch how Arch steps up here. There's Mason Thomas back blind side. Good job of avoiding him. And now you just got to be able to either give the threat to the defense, or you're going to use your legs to get the first down. Or
this defense turned to scramble and get fresh bodies on as Texas banks some tempo. Pump fake, still got it. Manning on the edge, zips it, incomplete. Pressure comes and it's picked up. Checks it underneath. Catch made by Jack Endries. And a tight end replaced. What do they do here on 3rd and 1? They're going to throw for it. And it's caught. A slant. A high fastball is collected there nicely by Parker Livingstone.
It's his ball. He puts it, the confidence he has in his roommate to make that catch. He put it out in front of him instead of behind him. Let's lead him into the front. Trust him to make the catch with the hands and get the first down.
Tempo on 1st and goal. Wisner picks his way. You better get along well with the receiver if you're going to throw it in traffic. And a whistle and a timeout, which OU has dominated. Wisner set back deep. They fake it to a Manning to the end zone. No chance. Fired it way.
Sark, if the ball is out now, it's a touchdown. You can see a late reaction from 3 there, Robert Spears-Jennings, but he just did not come off of that play action.
Hesitation. See if it costs some 3rd and goal. From the pocket, now on the move, being chased, fires end zone, and a contested ball is broken up.
This is what Arch Manning brings with the athletic ability to try to keep a play alive. Pretty good coverage, but how about that effort right there by Peyton Bowen as a safety? Call that plastering, staying tight to your receiver. 2 plays back-to-back for the Sooners.
With a chip shot here. Levyson on that 2nd down play, and the strong defense on the 3rd. It's a short kickoff, and Satania makes a. It's Blaylock who motions out. Matier instead on the slant finds Keontae.
Been contained pretty good by the Longhorns.
And off inside, Blaylock met. And edge player.
Yeah, he's back here. You know, he usually does play on the edge, but here he gets a chance to get downhill as a big guy and finish on that play. So they're staying fresh and getting that pass rush on Matier.
Still trying to get organized here, the Texas defense. Lake Bucket 5. Just do get it off. Matier pressure from the pocket, delivers a low throw.
His time when he had him at Washington State early to now at Oklahoma is his ability to not just want to get out and run.
Burke's a gritty, tough receiver who plays bigger than his size. He's just 5'9". And now Blaylock breaking tackles, lowers the shoulders. Before that run, the Longhorns said not allowed to run longer than 5 yards in this game, and now the pre-snap miss. Just when either of these offenses get a little bit of something going,
5-yard penalty.
Take them back.
1st down.
Matier on the move, gets a block on the edge from Kanak. The tight end does his job, and Matier, despite slant, another dark. What is he?
He gets out in the open field, did a good job of protecting himself, how he lands. Yeah, he's not letting that right hand get close to the surface.
Final minute now of the first half. Blaylock wrapped up and wrestled down by Murad. I urge it at all. One fake, goes underneath, and Satania in traffic somehow finds some space, kind of weak.
Take a shot to the end zone.
If you run a play and you're tackled inbounds, you're going to have a very hard time getting the field goal team out there. So he's got to play this smart. Instead, he's going to roll out. Is he going to launch for the end zone? He does. Fires it down there, and it's intercepted. Well, a weird sequence. They were well within field goal range to get 3 points in a tight game. And Manny Muhammad has his 2nd pick of the first half.
Well, I thought they might take a shot, but I obviously didn't think they would take this kind of risk. Muhammad, he's playing on the backside, and I don't know if John Matier doesn't see him or what. Watch how this rolls. Watch him move to his right. He's looking at this receiver right here, and watch the decision he makes. Throws it up. We've seen both his interceptions where very out of character of him, where he just throws it up, making it easy on Muhammad, who's just sitting there staring at him to be able to adjust to make the interception. Number 2.
They had plenty of, it ends up the quarterback having to make kind of a desperation heat to the end zone there.
All things considered, if you're Texas.
Coach Sarkisian, your defense, 2 big takeaways. In a game like this, you know how crucial that is. What stands out about the way they're playing?
Well, we're playing the run pretty well. We let the quarterback get out a couple times, but we're stopping the run well, and we're keeping the ball in front of us in the back end.
You started to find some offensive momentum on that last drive. What was it that got you going, and how do you lean into it?
Well, we minimized the penalties. You know, we're moving the ball okay, but we're shooting ourselves in the foot. That last drive, where we're moving the ball on the ground, and hopefully we can find some things in the pass game as well.
Appreciate it, Thanks.
Doinking one off the upright. Another Texas drive stalled inside the 10. And OU twice settling for field goals. First down, 6 tries, 6 total yards. Looking to throw. Manning has to dodge pressure and checks it down to Wisner out of the backfield. He took a huge shot. Heavy pressure there from Taylor Wine.
Well, Taylor Wine's having a football game. The first pressure by McKenzie, like you said, made him step away. Good job of stealing 11, but by the time he gets recovered from avoiding that blitz from the ball out early.
Without plays like that and the Gators' victory over Texas last week, just no chance at all. Wisner,
the way to win it.
Texas doesn't use two tight ends as often as they used to. They're in the game now. Wisner kind of hesitated. It didn't cost him. He has to
take a shot or two. I listened to Sark, what he told us. I think a lot of it was about completions and just kind of being methodical, but they're going to mix in some shots.
Well, they're trying to mix one in right here, but they run out of time. They attacked the football. It was
He is the left tackle, 74, and he went out early in this game with an injury. And he's going up against the best pass rusher maybe in the SEC, and R. Mason Thomas. Had a great year last year and does a good job of not only using speed to power, but to bend.
Shots, we're going to take one on first down.
Yeah.
Could not hold up in pass pro. Now pitch to the edge, and Mosley gets a little help from his
here to get the pass rush on Arch.
Not showing pressure. Oh, now they jumped. It's a free play. Thomas was in the neutral zone. It's pitched down, and Wisner breaks free. They won't need the penalty as Trey Wisner bangs into Oklahoma territory.
Play, it's even though it's just a check down.
32 on the defense. He was in the neutral zone at the snap. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, first down.
Robert Spears-Jennings unable to make that play in the open space. This is what Texas wants, yards after the catch. Big emphasis this week. Guys, we're going to be throwing it underneath a lot. What you needed there for Texas and Wisner, yards after the catch for the first down.
Yeah, just enough. It's his fourth catch. Handoff inside. Wisner is a runner, turns the corner and slams downhill.
Don't see that very often.
We said how much they'd struggle on first down runs. That was by far their best play. And Wisner this time running left, turns it up for another chunk. For Heineke, he got it, but 9 more, Kirk.
How much has this offense missed Wisner in that backfield? They've had so many injuries with Wisner and Baxter, their two best backs. The back-to-back plays there was a good job of getting movement, but on that last play had as much to do with Wisner putting his foot in the ground, finding that grass on the backside and making that cut.
They spell him. He's out of the game, and they hand it off inside to James Simon.
And he makes such a difference when he's in there.
Total of 16 touches with the 4 catches that he's got. They try. Love it. They need 4 on third down. Manning was looking for a slant. It wasn't there. Now he can run and pitches it back across and converts.
The line does their job. I mean, really, there's no reason for Arch Manning to get out of there. He ends up being creative. Good job of coming with his vision, finding that receiver to the backside once he broke contain. And it's maybe the 4th time we've seen his receivers work. What's that pass rush on third down?
Back in the red zone. Wisner, hesitation, and picks up about 4. So
they've dealt with 86th in the country in a red zone touchdown percentage coming into this game.
2nd and 7. Fake it to Wisner. Manning on the edge, retreating, and fires across the middle. Catch made over the middle by.
Keep an eye on him here.
Lost a yard in that completion. So 3rd and 8. Empty backfield. Wisner is far to the left. Manning looking to the left. Zips it to the end zone. Touchdown. DeAndre Moore. They turned him loose. He kind of looked the ball into his hands, and Texas is on top for the first time today.
I wonder how much that motion with Wisner out of the backfield affected the communication on the back end. Because watch Wisner, now you got an empty set, and just look in the back end of the Oklahoma defense. Now all of a sudden, now you got 3 receivers out there, and it's just a miscommunication. Neither guy, neither safety. You see Bowen kind of lifting his, kind of shrugging his shoulders, looking over to say, hey, man, you got to help me out there. That was Kendall Dolby who he was looking over at. Dolby hadn't played much this year, overcoming an injury, but a miscommunication on the back end and a touchdown for the whole long.
This offense, they can get him going out of the slot. And Kirk, Texas on that drive, 4 for 4 on third down after
the play was over. Personal foul, number 52 on the offense. Personal foul, number 56 on the defense. Those penalties offset. Result of the try, it's good.
Campbell for Texas, Halton for Oklahoma. That you're at the drive is as good as anybody's done against Oklahoma all year. Better, in fact. 14 plays, 75 yards, more than 7 minutes. And his dad, Cooper, not wearing the big 10-gallon hat that he had last year. Venables defense finds himself behind now by 4. First touchdown this afternoon. Manning to Moore. Satania calls fair catch. They got the ground game early, then going a bit. Oklahoma has yet to get things rolling on the ground. Mateer looking to throw on first down. Pump fake and throw it into traffic, and it's almost intercepted. Jelani McDonald, who is a takeaway artist, was tracking that thing in pick six.
Yes, he was. And there wasn't a lot of spacing on this route at all. So it brings him down right here with a chance to cover two guys. And Mateer, because of the pump fake, drew him-changing play there.
Leads the team in takeaways, already has a couple interceptions. Now Mateer keeps it on 2nd and 10, is knocked down after about a 5-yard gain.
Of 7 so far with 5 first downs on 3rd down.
Needing 5, Texas only a 3-man rush, so plenty of time. Throws it into coverage, and it's in. Leonga Lafau came across, diving attempt there. Did he come up with it?
They put it right in his chest. Oh, no, the right hand. Satania.
Hill, 2 excellent stud linebackers for Texas, the 2 leading tacklers on this defense. So Texas gets to stop after taking the lead, and Grayson Miller, a low punt. May end up being effective. Yeah, just getting away from it wisely as Niblett got a little too close, but that line drive rolls dead, and now a scuffle. Flags come in, a scuffle well away from where that ball was being downed inside the 10. A helmet taken off of an Oklahoma player.
It got physical early on the Texas side. They had 2 guys on 1, and
David Smith and crew sorting it out. See, the helmet was
man down,
taken off the head.
Texas guy goes down. From Texas
during the kick,
was tied up in there
foul,
too.
Number 4 on the receiving team. Blow to the head. That penalty is half the distance to the goal. First down, Texas.
OU option football with Coach Switzer. So much fun.
Manning under center from the 6. Hands off to Wisner. He picks up about 3. Obviously, top-ranked Oklahoma defense. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pressure comes. Ball is out. And the catch is made by Moses. He couldn't hold it.
That ball out, because I was with you. I was thinking, oh, it's a nice conversion. Good effort to be able to extend to get it. And then it's a contact. Right when 4 comes up with that right hand, he knocks it out. That's a
nice here. Some confusion on the formation. And his goal line now rotating back to the end zone. Long throw on a dime. Catch made by Parker Livingston. Wow, what a throw.
And that's against man coverage. Oklahoma bracketing Arch Manning with these 2 linebackers just in case he gets out. There's Marvin Jones, 97, so he's got to fling it. How about the throw? Everybody talking about Arch Manning. You make that throw right there on 3rd down against man coverage to your roommate, that's big time, especially where the line of scrimmage was. You're looking at a huge advantage for Oklahoma if you don't convert there with field position.
Now a first down run for Wisner. Remember that?
He was super positive and optimistic this week.
It started by being a tough guy in the practice field. Manning on the move, long throw, throws it away. He was beaten up.
His team over by how he's handled himself during this adversity.
Needs 7 on this 3rd down. Sooners bring some pressure. Manning to Wisner. Can he make a man miss? Yes. 1, 2, 3. Wisner off and running. Directing blockers downfield. He is a special player. You want yards after the catch? He gave him.
That's exactly right. And I'll tell you what, it's another time by Robert Spears Jennings, who has got to do a better job here of being able to come up and help out. That's a lot of space. You better come up there a little bit quicker, come in under control, because against Wisner, once you make that mistake and miss that open field tackle, he's loose. And guys got their backs to him, and he is so dangerous. So if there's one guy offensively that's having a game, getting some momentum, I think it's Trey Wisner running the ball and catching the ball out of the backfield. That's 6 straight 3rd down conversions for Arch in the Texas offense.
That's 6 for 6 after halftime. It was a first down run. And Wisner.
Defensive line starting that true freshman Nick Brooks at left guard, doing a pretty good job, starting to kind of lean on OU.
They feed Wisner again. It's a little momentum downhill, but tough downhill runner. Made some big plays in the stretch run for Texas. But Manning's going to take off, pulls it, and slides after he gains first down yardage.
Ball
Ellen is #1 fan with a fan on her face. That time Oklahoma swarms to line. Having a big game in Dallas. 2nd and 13. Pitch to the edge. Niblett is going to be trapped.
That's a much better job. Remember, we've seen Robert Spears-Jennings, who's a leader back there, miss a few tackles this time because he pulled the trigger quick.
Down catch early in the drive, left the game. He's back out there now. 3rd and 19. Oklahoma comes after Manning again, who delivers a strike. It's going to be Wingo short of the... And he is true.
We shut her down.
What a 3rd quarter. Texas has owned it, scoring 10 points, and now Oklahoma, after feeling they had... Short throw, squeezed it in there to Burks. Made a gamble trying to make the play.
Yeah, that was McDonald, Jelani McDonald. He does take a chance. Instead of just making the short tackle, he kind of goes for the football. It's a big risk against Burks.
But Oklahoma, a good field position here. 1st down from the 46. Mateer on the move. And now we'll just take off and cut back. He didn't dive out of bounds, cut it back up inside. Robinson plows forward. Into heavy. She gets knocked down twice. She braves the heat. Here's Mateer taking off. Excellent play design. Flag way behind the play as Mateer scoots down inside the 15. But will it come back? 3-yard gain.
On the offense, number 86. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, 3rd down.
And they got Carson Kent, the tight end, extremely costly.
Yeah, he's right here. Anytime you get to the edge, you always wonder, was there a hold there? And there was.
And will Texas heat up? They do bring late pressure. Pocket closes down, and it's intercepted off the deflection. The ball is picked off by Grayson Littleton. The 3rd pick Mateer is thrown, and again a heavy pass rush plays a part.
You're right about that pass rush. TNT connected clicker. Here's the young man that makes the interception. There's the blitz that Chris talked about, so he's got to get the ball out. He sees it, reads it, throws the ball behind him. You wonder if he's expecting him to kind of settle right there. Instead, it's behind, off the fingertips, and Mateer's thrown his 3rd interception on the afternoon. What a play by the true freshman, Littleton, to see that tip ball and adjust back to make the catch to come up with his turnover.
Sometimes it's an unheralded freshman that can make a huge play in a rivalry like this. It's his 2nd pick of the season. He plays that star position. Kind of a hybrid, and now Manning and Texas a chance to really deliver a blow, and Wisner, a 1st down run, picks up about 5.
Texas looks so different with a healthy Wisner. I mean, there've been some pretty good blocks, but there's also been some pretty good effort by Stang to maybe retweak it.
Big shot delivered by David Stone coming in from the left of your picture, right into the ribs for Wisner. Kirk, 18 rushes. He's also caught.
He's limping off. You just wonder how he's going to hold up. Hopefully he'll come back.
James Simon, can he step up? Well, he's runs right into a couple of Oklahoma defenders.
Really just gets underneath the tight end that's coming around. Watch 81. Goes a little wide. It allows him to get underneath that.
R. Mason Thomas, the pass rusher, standing up. They get it to the edge quickly to Wingo, and Wingo able to elude traffic. High snap is put down nicely. Shipley drives it, but doesn't have the distance this time. B7. 11 and a half to play. Still a 1-score game in Big D. South end of the stadium, hoping the Sooners can drive down their direction. Blaylock on the edge. Flags flying everywhere. Was that another one of those point of attack foul? Penalties, Kirk, a bigger factor for Texas in the first half.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay, 1st down.
Big points off those 3 interceptions. One at the end of the half, obviously, but the other two resulted in missed field goals. Matier looked like he was going to run, then threw on the perimeter late to Troy Blaylock, and that's a live ball. They're not signaling it incomplete. Michael Taft chases it down, and what they do is they rule it a live ball and then go back and review it.
I don't know if it stayed in bounds. It looked like a lateral to me, but the question is, did that ball go out of bounds, or did a Texas player step out of bounds while he was touching the ball?
Pass.
It's a lateral, but the ball in question, does it stay in bounds?
The Texas player touched the ball while standing out of bounds. Therefore, the ball was out of bounds at this spot. Will be Oklahoma's ball. Second down.
Yeah, there it is. Great look at it. Officials all over it on the field.
For Oklahoma. Blaylock up the gut, picks his way, gets chunk of the yards back. Challenged. Florida 7 yards of play against them last week. Now on 3rd and 22, Matier takes a big shot, puts the ball in harm's way, and it falls harmlessly to the grass.
Kanu, to me, makes an unbelievable play here for a big man. Watch him contain Matier and then lower the boom on him. Matier wanted to get outside of him, but he just could not get outside of a 300-pounder. That's why he just had to throw it up again. Just threw it up into traffic. We've seen that a lot today.
Conversation. They went heavy in that area. Came over from Ohio State. Niblett, who carefully fields this one, has some room. Ryan Niblett weaving, still running down the sideline. Niblett all the way to the house. 75, no flags.
Yeah, a low punt. He put it right where you want to put it, near the sideline, but he didn't get it up in the air. Niblett had such great instincts. And I'll tell you, Texas did a heck of a job of not pushing anybody in the back, almost setting screens for blocks. Watch this effort right here by Moore not to get involved. Just kind of setting screens, not blocking anybody. And now something always crazy happens in this game. There's always a play that we're going to be talking about for a long time. You wonder when it's coming. And up 7, we may have just seen it.
20 unanswered points for Texas after Oklahoma took a 6-3 lead. And that is a gut punch for the Sooners. I mean, the way this Texas defense is playing, the way they've struggled to generate really anything, to be down 14 in the final 10 minutes, going to take a little Sooner magic, frankly.
That's what you dream about.
Heroic celebration.
That's what you dream about. Exactly.
Awesome job staying out of the way.
Way set a screen.
That kick sails out of bounds, so it'll be a penalty and set Oklahoma up.
Free kick out of bounds. Number 15 on the kicking team. Ball will be placed at the third.
Struggle to make downfield plays. And there's one. Nice strike across the middle.
And broken leg in April, working his way back, but dynamic.
Perfect play to get the drive going. Now they go underneath to Robinson, who's not easy to bring down. They finally do grab him, but he's got enough
clock.
Remember, the Texas 2 starting corners not in the game right now. Muhammad and Gilbo both being treated for injuries. Matier's got a whole lot of room, and he will wisely scoot out of bounds.
To see him back, I think they may be sensing the same urgency that you and I are sensing up here on this drive.
They just came back on the field.
Gilbo in on the other side, too, into the boundary.
Play fake on 2nd and 1. Matier pitches wide and catch is made by Michael Carter.
Up the heat here.
Handed off to Blaylock. Falls forward. First down, Oklahoma.
Only 68 yards on the ground.
Three-man rush. Matier has time. Zips it across the middle. Almost his fourth interception.
You know, it's either miscommunication or it's just him predetermining where to go with the ball. It's another time where he and Satania, who's his go-to guy, just not on the same page. Satania, he kind of stopped on the route and picked it up. But where is Jaron Kanik?
Matier trying to find anybody, but he's knocked down. Sacked for a second time. In half curve.
They've been doing it, and we've not seen this kind of aggression all year. Taft did a good job of disguising it. They walked their two middle linebackers up. Kind of that mug look to make the offensive line think they're coming. Snap of the ball. Those two drop out from Taft.
3rd and 20. Matier pressured again. Sacked again. 22 Sooners down 2 scores. Desperately need it. Matier trying to buy some time. Runs out of it, and it's incomplete. Over the head.
Florida in a bad mood. An angry football team took the field today here in Dallas. Kenneth could never see that football. Wouldn't have mattered if he could. Texas defense once again does the job.
On downs. And now Texas up 2 scores, just trying to grind away and secure their first SEC win. Wisner back. It was a rough start to this game for the offensive line, but boy, they have established themselves in the last 3 quarters. And around, Wisner still has the energy and the strength. Here it's about a yard better than he had been averaging. Tough sledding earlier this season coming in. Manning's got the edge. He's got a crease. Arch Manning gallops and then slides at the 25. And he waves goodbye, I would assume, to the folks in Crimson. Picked up 29.
Once you saw that in, Marvin Jones claps down. It's great. This is the wrinkle you haven't seen in Texas's offense. That Arch Manning, not only the sophistication of Sark, but once in a while, reminds me of like Andrew Luck at Stanford. Once in a while, they would just sprinkle it in just enough with David Shaw in that offense. And that's what you see with Sark now with Arch. Just enough. There's the wave. Just at the right time, you pull that. Defense not expecting it. Huge yards.
Just at the right time is kind of a theme. Hand off Weiser. Just at the right time. Texas for the year. Listen, you're not a quarterback until you've been booed. That happened pretty early in the season. More than once. But he also told him this week, listen, I'd say he's played football today. 3rd and 11 as he's ready to keep the drive going here. They cut it back inside, and that's Niblett at the big punt return inside of 55 yards today. And this one's knocked through, and that makes it a 3-score game. Yeah, it was interesting. Sarkisian said Vandy at home. That's the next home game, November 1st.
That's a big one.
And then they have to go to Athens, Georgia. They get a bye before that game.
What in the world is going on around here?
The rankings, by the way, got to get you that note. Wow. So the double overtime loss to Oregon.
East Lansing in one.
That wasn't a one-hit wonder.
Jerry Newhoff's, he got Nico going. There's Kanik.
Kanik makes the play over there. And so if you're Oklahoma, you know, you come back down to earth a little bit. It stings to lose to your rival. The good news is Matier apparently is going to be able to play through this, but the schedule is absolutely punishing. Off the hands, and it falls to the ground there.
5-1 now with that schedule. This is a disappointing day, but everything in front of them with that schedule.
Matier has knocked down again. He's been punished, harassed, hit, sacked for a 4th time. Simmons combining with Brad Spence.
Injuries on the offensive line. That's the biggest concern for Oklahoma.
Texas will keep possession of that coveted golden hat trophy. A lot of the guys have worn it very well over the year. The team bracket will produce the champion down in Miami January 19th. Satania breaks free, gets out near midfield of the team, like people thought they would look at the beginning of this season today.
You know, everybody, and then build it back up slowly. Technically, could they? Of course. But if they play like this, Talking about that. Right now, you just win games.
You're asking CFP fans to be reasonable and patient, and you realize what you're doing, right? Good luck with that.
The group from Florida did a good job against his defense, and a week later, this group looks like a completely different defense. Played with a chip on their shoulder, 4 sacks and 3 takeaways today.
So here on 3rd down, slings it, and it's broken up.
Trust Pete on the defensive.
On 4th down, it's here. Scanning, still scanning. Look out, John. Pass rush is coming from behind. And Manning was 21 of 27, 166 and a touchdown.
In this rivalry game, but they grew up, gained some confidence, and really helped him on the second half of the season.
I did it with Michael last night. He was proud to be able to present his golden hat. Red River belongs to Texas for the 2nd consecutive year, knocking off their unbeaten arch rivals 23-6. Mutual respect continues between the offensive and defensive gurus. John Mateer returns, guts it out, but throws 3 interceptions. He was sacked 5 times and pressured countless more. Let's go to Holly.
Well, Coach Sarkisian, Kirk Herbstreit just said a line that I thought was important. He said, Texas just grew up today. What did you see from your team, the improvement?
Well, I think what we saw today was Texas fight. You know, it was a gut check last week, coming out of last week's game. Yeah, special gift. It was a gut check coming out of last week's game, and I commend our players and our staff for fighting through all the negativity, all the unbelievers in the world. We got a lot of work to do. We're 1-1 in conference play. There's a lot of work to do. This is a pretty good moment for our team.
You guys did show some toughness today, particularly from Q. I thought Weisner was just terrific today with his toughness. Arch had some moments of great runs, and your defense. How did your toughness show up?
Well, you know, our defense was fantastic all day. We limited the explosive plays. We created turnovers. I thought offensively we took care of the ball. We imposed our will running the ball. We hadn't run the ball very good last week. We came back and ran it today. Trey Weisner had a heck of a game.
Thank you so much, Coach.
They'll pass that golden hat around. Taft, number 16 has it now. Manning will take his turn. It was the bronze hat at one point in the 90s. They said bronze hat's not good enough. We got to make this a golden hat.
I love Sark getting everybody, get back, get back. This is a picture you put in your office. You know, this is one of those all-timers. That's awesome.
They'll go down and salute the Texas fans who have thoroughly enjoyed at least the last 3 quarters of this game. You can fix a lot of things and quiet the skeptics and regain your own mojo, where you can beat a rival in a game this huge, this convincingly. And Manning ignites the cannon, kind of ignited this offense finally today.
Yeah, these are great shots. Love this. Again, this is why we love college football, right? These rivalry games, these kind of moments. A day for Trey Weisner.
Yet again, an unranked team beats a ranked team. Rankings have really meant nothing in this rivalry. The last half century, unranked teams have a better record than ranked teams head-to-head when they play here. That's crazy if you think about it. Standing ovation in the north end of this stadium. The south end is emptied as the Texas will have bragging rights and the golden hat again for another year. Back to Holly with Arch.
Well, this was an interesting week for you, young man. How did you pull your mental health together and your performance together and your team together to get this one?
It was tough. I'm glad our team are coming together. Trey Wisener. Oh, that's me. It's all about him. I'm just proud of our team. I wish we could play like this every week going forward. It's going to be a fun season.
You said you wanted to bring some joy back. How does this feel for you right now?
I had a lot of fun. Our fans are great. This guy's great. We're having some fun tonight.
You were so tough out there. I know this game means a lot to you. How hard was it to get out there and run like that?
It's always hard, knowing what's at stake, knowing that the defense knows you're going to run the ball and still been able to come out and execute at a high level. So, I give all props to my teammates, man, my defense, the coaches, the O-line, the quarterback, everybody just coming in and doing their job.
Did they give you the team ball, young man?
Actually, Arch did.
Arch gave you that?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you deserve it. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. See y'all.
128 total yards.
It wasn't a day necessarily crew.
We enjoyed bringing it to you. For Holly and Bill and Kurt, Chris saying so long from Big D. More SEC football coming up right now.